Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's talk about the 2nd anniversary livestream that happened last night. And I'm going to use this website here that just collects all of the images together. We'll just scroll through and then I'll give comments about each. Hopefully the resolution is okay, like we can see what's going on. But first, Final Fantasy VI collaboration. This is very exciting. I put up a tier list of ranking all the Final Fantasies, the mainline Final Fantasies. And then I didn't say it's a perfect Final Fantasy, but it is my favorite. It's the one that I would be most likely to play again. And then the artwork here, it reminds me of the feeling that I got when I saw the Warrior of Light artwork. It's like a perfect melding of Amano artwork and then the Final Fantasy Tactics artwork. They really knocked this out of the park. They look amazing. And they're based on the Amano costumes, so they do not look like how they look in the original game. I like both, but to see like these 2D pixel characters that were like, what is it, 16 across and 24 down, to see them running and jumping in 3D and then speaking is super duper cool. And then with the, I guess the original costumes, you could call them. But Locke will be a handout unit, and then he'll be released with Tina on the 14th. Tina, Terra, I'm probably going to use them both interchangeably. And then a week later, Celes will come out with the Final Fantasy VI Vision card. I think I want to get the entire set. But here is Terra, Fire Element, and then she has a new main job, like a magic warrior or something, but she will equip a sword, which is awesome. And then sub-jobs are the magic scaled samurai job, and then a paladin. And then from paladin she will get guts. Let me break here. Crescent Riot Sword, which is based off the secret regular attacks that you can only do once in a while if you have low HP. Let's see, we'll raise own spirit penetration and then do big damage, magic scaled, very cool. And then she has 100% hit attack, and then Ice Slayer, and Don't Act. And then a buff to raise slash attack up. And then raise own magic. Very cool. Okay, and then there's a Locke, Light Element. Main job is Treasure Hunter. That is awesome. Sub-jobs are Pugilist and then Nightblade. And then from Nightblade he'll get Drain Rush, which is that 3-hit slash attack. So that'll be nice for raids. Alright, his limit break. Sky Mirage Dive, also one of those secret attacks. Single target will break slash resistance, and then also lower reaction rate. And somebody made a good point. Both Locke and then Thancred, they will break nice stuff, like defense, or in this case, slash resistance. So yeah, if you have those characters, Light might make a good chaining party. And then here he will be an evadey character. He can Dispel for large damage, that's pretty good, Dispel Dagger. And then he can drain AP, AoE, it's kind of strong. And then AoE buff will raise own single target attack, that'd be good against like Holy and stuff. And then I guess it's protection from reaction rate down, that's a new buff. And then Celes, she looks amazing with her original artwork costume. But Water Element, main job is Imperial Rune Knight, sub-jobs are Spellblade, and then Red Mage. So yeah, I guess she's going to be a magic tank. Hopefully she has some other attack resistances, so she can do more than just magic. But Miranda, she could be a decent physical tank for water, so I'd like to maybe pair them up. From Red Mage, of course, she'll have Jamming Thrust. From Spellblade, she'll have Magic Barrier. And then her Limit Break, Elegant Spinning Edge. Let's see, big damage, and then for 3 turns we'll raise all attack type resistances. That's kind of good. And for her, it says that she will be a magic tank. Let's see, Rune Break will break Spirit and then do damage. I love breaks like that, even more than piercing. Small range, however. And then she has Rune Blade, or Runic. This is super fun. For 3 turns, the next magic attack that hits her will just be cancelled. And then if it's like a big AoE, which also targets teammates, they'll also be protected. Will drain some of the used AP, and then give herself shells. So that's very cool. One of the most iconic skills from the original Final Fantasy VI being represented here in War of the Visions. And then a self buff, hate up, and then for 3 turns, single target resistance up. Cool, very, very cool. I want to say that the pairing of Terra and then Celes together, it feels really different and new. I don't know if any other Final Fantasy games have ever kind of released them at the same time. But I like that pairing because they're kind of similar, but then they're also sort of opposites in a way. Like they're both kind of like humans infused with magic. But with Terra, she's like a half-breed, where she's half human and then half Esper. And then with Celes, she was just a human, kind of artificially injected with the magic power. And then personality-wise, like Terra, she's very like wide-eyed and kind of searching. She doesn't know herself. And then she's also kind of like afraid of her magic power and her halfness. While Celes, she seems much more like cynical, kind of like giving up on herself, giving up on the world. But seems to more kind of relish the power that she has. And then Locke and Celes being released together, oh my god. This is one of my favorite like relationships between 2 people, kind of 3 people in any Final Fantasy game. But like, you know, Celes is very kind of cynical, but Locke is relentlessly upbeat. But it's not like your average Final Fantasy protagonist who's upbeat just because they're, you know, just an upbeat person. With Locke, it's him putting on a brave face because he's got a kind of a secret love hidden away. And sort of projecting that love onto Celes, and Celes is like, oh, I don't know. Oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, with the amazing artwork that they've done here, and then also just this this pairing, this selection of units released together. Very, very cool. And tanks. I just love tanks, so it'll be very cool to get Celes in particular, I think. Alright, and then we got some craftable weapons. They have the imaginative names of like Locke's dagger and Tina's sword. And then maps, they have the Invincible, I think it was, and then the snowfield in Narsh, where you fight the Empire. And then Locke will be a handout, quote-unquote handout. He'll come in the free 10-shot. And then they have login things for like medals to turn in for shards. And then just shards, yeah. And what is this? Bingo boards. Other campaigns. Let's see, they will give you a 10-shot where you can pull for free. Select a unit, not including cost 100. And then for 10 days, they will give you 10 shots with a UR guaranteed each. And then they have element missions, challenge missions. I guess you can get a lot of these awakening materials. Guild challenge mission, I don't know what that is. And then they took a break, and then they talked about the next collaboration. And then when I saw when they did the table of contents in the beginning, that there were going to be like 2 separate collaboration announcements, then I thought that Final Fantasy XIV was going to be announced, and here it is. And then my guess was that they would release like a paid collaboration first to capitalize on the timing of the 2nd anniversary, and then do Final Fantasy XIV after, because it's a free collaboration, and that's what ended up happening. But it did come sooner than I was expecting. I was expecting like early December, but late November, so that's cool. But Thancred, he will get the EX job, and then they will hand him out to everybody, so that's cool. New job level 25 skill will be Blasting Zone 2. Will break defense, medium damage, small AoE. That's cool. The thing about Thancred is that he didn't have any breaks or penetration when he was released, so that will help his damage. His damage has always been high. He's also going to get the kind of a new 2nd mastery ability, so he'll get more stuff there. And then Bolide will be upgraded. So it'll give him barriers for 3 hits, and then also lower his AP consumption. That's cool. And then camouflage will be upgraded. Let's see, we'll add projectile resistance and then defense penetration. So cool. He will play pretty much the same, just his damage output will be better. He's always been tanky, but he is not a tank. He is a bruiser. Alright, then we have Yashutara. Also get the EX job. Let's see, job level 25 skill. Scion's Fire 2. It's pretty long range, a little bit of AoE. Let's see, magic resistance penetration. And medium damage, and then Xenoglossy will be upgraded. We'll add Man-Eater, big damage, and then Enochian will be upgraded as well. We'll raise magic, and then magic resistance penetration and accuracy. They said that they're really trying to push her damage output. Maybe she won't be good for PvP, but for PvE she'll be great, and she's always been great at that. And then a new vision card for... what is it called? Darkstalkers or something? We'll see what this does. If they offer the old vision cards, I might go for the UR one, which is really good for light characters. It raises their dark resistance. Maybe my light box will be getting much stronger in the near future, so that would be good to have. Okay, and then they announced another story, part 4, and then who's this guy? I don't see his name, but he is Ice Element, I believe. He'll be released December 1st, probably. And then Lucio, if you beat the Chapter 4, you'll unlock his Limit Break. Let's see, medium range, a little bit of AoE. Light resistance break, and then big damage. Okay, so you could also be part of that light kind of raid party. And let's see, the part 4 will feature Mont and Stern. This will be a story before the main story starts, so we're going to see kind of young, naive Mont again. And then Arstoria is a sneak peek at, I guess, the last Crystal Fest unit. He will be probably released January 1st, which worries me very much. I hope he's not like a cost 120 unit or something. But yeah, in mobile games, Japanese mobile games, they usually release some kind of broken unit New Year's Day, so this guy could be pretty strong. Okay, new UR Vision card, Chaos Odin. This is not, they said it's not like a Power Creep new Esper or new Vision card, it's just different. We'll see what this actually means. It might be like the same Odin card, but like will affect like different elements or like have different types of buffs or something. We'll see. Okay, and then they did the Colosseum. I'm uploading these videos little by little. And here's some fan art, very cool. And then miscellaneous updates. Let's see. Let's talk about this stuff first, and then we'll come back to this later. Yeah, let's talk about that later. Okay, fan vote. Who is the character you would most like to sit next to? And I guess this means like in a school setting, maybe a work setting. But number 3 is Gorasura. It's funny that she won another fan vote. 2 is Sheirusu. She appeared briefly in this story, but has not been released yet. And then number 1 is Araya Randall. I guess that's Oberon's little sister, holding a gun, looks like. Okay, next, which character would you like to have be your boss? Number 3, Adelard. He's pretty popular. 3 is Helena, 1 is Jaden. Very cool. And then number 3, which character would you like to see in a bikini? Number 3, Vinera. 2, Alaya Randall. And then number 1, Helena. So Helena will get the swimsuit character next summer. But they said they felt kind of weird, like undressing the grown Mama Helena. So they said they're going to do a young version of her before she met Erude, when she was still the Black Rose, back in her youth. So that'd be very cool to see. I, at this point, expect this to come to global too. Okay, and then there was the last part of the live stream, which I was most worried about. but these are like new systems in-game. But the first one will be ways to upgrade your Trust Masters. You can farm in order to get these different color skill things. You can attach them to your Trust Master, give them more stats or more skills or whatever. So yeah, this has nothing to do with any kind of money or anything. It's just farming and then gathering new materials. And then apparently when you attach the stuff, it will give you like a random amount of buff. And so this is kind of similar to Item World in Brave Exvius. But I can tell you this, that there are some Japanese players that absolutely love this random buff, endless farming thing. Like it's their endgame, so this is a perfect match for those types of players. I'm looking forward to this. I don't think it's going to upset the balance or the power creep of the game very much, and it'll be fun to customize your stuff. And I'm most interested in maybe upgrading the MR Trustmaster weapons so that they can be more competitive with the craftable stuff. Okay, they will also add an ability to equip a second vision card. I like this too. This is a bit of a jump in power creep, and so the effect it's going to have on like current PvE is it's going to make all current PvE easier because we can get more buffs from the cards that we have. But it'll probably raise the difficulty of future PvE content. And then for PvP, this will make team building a little bit more robust. I think the very top players of the game are really going to enjoy this upgrade. And apparently this was telegraphed from the Alchemist code. Thank you to the people in the comments that gave me the heads up there. In order for a character to use a sub-vision card, they need to be level 99 or higher. And then in order for a vision card to be used as a sub-card, they need to be max level. So you can use MR and lower rarity cards as a sub-card too. Already I'm seeing people say like, oh, I needed 3 fire element vision cards for my party, now I need 6. No, you do not. You do not need to artificially limit your thinking to elements only. And I really wish people would stop doing this, because what they're essentially doing is making the game more expensive for them. So like the people that think that they need 6 of an element vision card, they're going to work to get those 6. While people like me, who think a little bit more open and free, we can use like the universal buff vision cards and then save some money there. But yeah, I have, not to brag, but I have so many max vision cards that it'll be cool to be able to use more of them, especially MR vision cards. I have a lot of those I haven't used yet. And then here is an item in order to restore or reset the Esper board for free. I wish they would just, make it free permanently, but whatever. Save you 50 vision ore. And then this is a list of all of the presents. Some people seem to think that the Hiroki gifts are like apologies for whatever recent global outrages flavor of the week. But no, it's just whatever JP gets. You're getting it regardless. Oh, I almost forgot about those other updates that are coming. There they are. I think I talked about these. Royal Rank 8. The times 2 speed will be upgraded to times 3, and then everybody will get access to times 2. I hope that, like PvP, auto battle PvP doesn't automatically switch to 3 times, because that would make doing commentary over that very difficult. And then they will add a scoring system to event quests and multi-quests, so you can aim for certain scores, clear missions, and then gather materials that you can use to change, to exchange for other materials. I think they mentioned the Trustmaster upgrade stuff. Okay, they will introduce an event archive. Once a day you can unlock an old event and then play that for I don't know how many hours, might be a full day. That will be cool. And then, let's see. Leftover JP from one unit you can begin to use for other units. That might be useful. And what else is there? When you use skip tickets, you will raise the equipment proficiency, and then also Shinmitsudo. I think that's character. No, it's either character and character or character and Esper. affinity. Something about the guild battle season, something else about guild battles, and the last thing is adding the pickup match type of battle to match battles. That's that Pokemon type where you make a team of 6 and then choose 3. I showed that off in some recent videos, and I love that mode. That's my favorite match battle mode by far, so this will get me to play more of that. Okay, I think that is all of the announcements here. As we get more details for like how stuff works, like the subvision card and whatever, I'll make more videos of those. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.